With more than 15 miles of mostly private beaches, Fort Morgan Fire Rescue has its hands full keeping visitors safe and responding to emergency calls. The volunteer agency responds to dozens of calls for distressed swimmers each year. Fort Morgan sees an average of 5 drownings per year, and most agree that a flag warning system could help, a topic being revisited after Javon Lemke disappeared in the surf last month.
I'd like to see a flag down here. When you live down here, you do pay attention to them, but it's a good reminder if you live down here, and if you're not from here, the flags and then a description of what each flag means, I think would be helpful.
Several ideas have been discussed over the last couple of weeks. The latest is a simple and relatively inexpensive solution presented by the Fort Morgan volunteer firefighters. They suggested placing at least 30 portable flag stations at strategic locations along the beach. They would consist of a 5-gallon bucket with PVC poles anchored in concrete. Volunteers would post a red flag when NOAA issues an advisory on a rotation basis, but there are some concerns.
That's an easy solution. Again, we don't want to sign up for a bunch of liability doing it, but at the same time, that's a solution that's practical, inexpensive, and not too hard to stand up in short order.
Officials also want people renting out property to take on more responsibility for their guests' safety. Digital signs along the highway and magnetic flyers on every refrigerator are also being considered.
There aren't any solutions here that are going to take major infrastructure changes. It's coming to agreement on who's going to stand it up, what the liability issues are, and how to get the funding in place.